losing. Connect everybody around me, I'm a catalyst passing the energy. I just wanna see everybody have a good time. The weekend's here, trust me, it's time for you to rewind. It's the weekend, it's the weekend, baby, it's the weekend, it's the weekend.
One of the great errors that almost everyone makes is they're attempting to change their income, they're attempting to change their position, they're attempting to change their business, they're attempting to change something outside of themselves without changing what's going on inside. You know, for me to try and change the results in my life, in other words, what's going on outside of me, without changing what's going on inside, would be just about as foolish for me to try and change the reflection of this mirror without changing my physical appearance. It's never going to happen. Well, that's what people are doing. They're trying to change something outside without changing what's going on inside.
There is no bigger frustration than when you pray to God and the answer that God gives you doesn't look like what you prayed for. And you like, maybe if I say it right, he'll hear me right, because what he gave me doesn't look right. So you pray it again, he gives you the exact same answer. It's like, yo, either God, you have a really crazy sense of humor, or you're ignoring me because I'm questioning the answer that you gave me. Man, I found out that God gives answers, but he wraps them in problems. The Bible says his ways are not your ways, his thoughts are not your thoughts. So God uses the problem as a vehicle to position you for his purpose. And his purpose cannot be manifested without process. You got to understand, God is a master teacher. He sits you in life's classroom, not to delay you or deny you, but to develop you. The problem that you are currently facing today, this week, this month, this year, is an indication that God wants to position you for something greater. But it's also an invitation to process, so you just don't get the answer, but you become the answer for somebody else. See, the answer is not given on the first day. It's discovered through the process. So stay in it, because it's working for you.
Yo, what up, YouTube? Welcome to Sinn-Take, man. My name is Sin, coming back with another one, man. Y'all already know the Most High done woke us up this morning. Let's take this opportunity to be great, you know what I'm saying? For real. You know, but before y'all do, man, I want y'all to understand that, listen. This could be that one last thing that you needed to do that can get you over the top, that could get you to the next level, you know, that could get you where you want to be at in your life. This could be that last thing you need to do. Don't never slip and think like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I just, you know, got all of this, I got to do that. You thinking too far ahead. Hey, bro, this could be that last thing that you needed to do that's going to bring all the puzzle pieces together in your life. You know what I'm saying? This could be that last thing that could get your mind in the right space for you to be able to focus on your next move. You know, a lot of people don't think about that shit, bro. You know, I didn't know where I was going. You know, y'all know the story. I was trying to get sober. I was doing all of that shit like, and wasn't nothing working. You know, it didn't make me want to go back, you know, to, using drugs or alcohol or anything like that. But a lot of times when you making the effort and you not getting the results that you want, it could pull you back into that. But deep down, I know I had to trust the process. Deep down, I knew that, listen, I can't go back to that life because, you know, I have so much momentum. I'm doing better than I ever have been. You know, I'm just not seeing the vision. And when you're not seeing the vision and you like, you know, I thought that was the last thing I had to do. All I had to do was get sober and then my life would start to fall into place. But, you know, then, like, even then getting sober, my vibration was still low. You know what I mean? I still found myself, you know, being depressed, being stressed out. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, what else is it? And, you know, no fap was the key. You know, stopping watching pornography was the key. Getting on semen retention was the key to get my mind in the right space where it needed to be for my vibration to raise. for my confidence to be there, you know, my masculinity to be up, my testosterone, my energy was just right. It just catapulted me to a new stratosphere. And I didn't think that this was gonna be it, but you know, sometimes when you run out of things to do, it's like, yo, you know, I'm like, what will it hurt to try this out? Maybe this is what I need to do. You know what I mean? Because during that time where, you know, even when I got sober and shit, I was still fapping, I was still watching pornography. So what you gotta understand is even though I was sober, I was still holding on to parts of that life. And pornography and lusting and darkness played a big part in that life. And that's exactly what that is. You know what I mean? Porn is a dark ass energy. You know what I mean? Doing unnatural shit is a dark ass energy because it's pulling you away from yourself. It's pulling you away from the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So you still holding a connection to that substance, to that alcohol, to that darkness, to those demons. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, you still got a connection. You got a direct line to that shit. You know, but until you cut all ties, cut all lines, you're not gonna really see a big difference, because it still felt like, even being sober, it still felt like I was doing low vibrational shit. It still felt like I was under the influence because I wasn't making any progress within. You know what I'm saying? It just felt like I wasn't making any progress within. But how you gonna make progress within if you still got a direct line to the bullshit and you doing something that's just draining and messing up your whole vibration? If you still doing something that's just taking you further away from who you are, if you still doing something that's draining your energy, your testosterone, your masculinity, because you're not yourself. If you a man and you don't have your masculine energy, bro, you not yourself, so you never gonna be happy. You never gonna be happy living in that space. So when I started NoFap, I started seeing big changes right away. And then when that transformed into semen retention, and then it just blew the whole lid off of my life, bro. It blew the whole lid off my vibration. It blew the whole lid off of my thought process. And then that's when the real healing began. You know, yeah, getting sober was the start of the healing, but you know what I mean? The real healing didn't start till I cut all ties. Sometimes you have to cut all ties. And, you know, it just don't mean just, you know, pornography. It could be like people in your life. You got to cut all ties. You know what I'm saying? Places you go, you got to cut all ties. You know, some of them circles and groups, you got to cut all ties if you really want to see real changes in your life. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, this was what I needed to do, bro, because when you think about it, when you trying to really gain a relationship with the Most High, bro, that's going to be something that's staggered at. You know, some of the things that you still do could stagger that, whether it's the way that you think, you know, the attitude that you still have, the lack of gratitude that you could possibly have. You know what I mean? Your outlook on shit, that could still stagger you having a relationship with the Most High, the relationship that you want, the relationship that could get you to the next level. You know what I'm saying? The relationship that could, you know, and the connection that you could have with the Most High that could give you strength to keep moving forward in your process. Listen, bro, sometimes it be little shit that could actually put a halt to that. You know what I mean? It could put a halt on your blessings. It could put a halt on your process. It could put a halt and a strain on your energy. So you gotta understand, sometimes it be more than what we think. Oftentimes we don't want to let it all go though. That's what it was. You know, sometimes you don't want to let shit go. And that was with me. I just didn't think nothing of it. But that just showed you where my mind was at. You know, I still thought that fapping was okay. Even deep down, I knew it was something, but I still wasn't trying to stop that shit. You know, so I still kept that shit going, even when getting sober. But not even realize, like, bro, you still kind of stoking a fire in that. You still kind of keeping a direct line to them demons over there. And they just watching, they just waiting on you to come back. Like, we know you want to come back. Because when you doing this, when you drinking with us, when you doing drugs with us, bro, mixed with what you still doing over there, we bring it together and we got magic, baby. You know what I mean? The motherfuckers is demonic. That's what them demons and the devil put in your mind, though. You know what I'm saying? So if you still fapping and you getting all that pleasure off on that, deep down in your mind, you gonna think about how better it felt when you was doing drugs, how better it felt when you was drinking alcohol. You know what I mean? How better it felt when you was in that darkness, bro. Even though you was dying in that darkness. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's important to just cut everything. You know, and when you realize it, bro, I'm telling you, man, this might be the same situation with some of y'all. Y'all just gotta figure out what else, you know, you need to do that's surrounded around this. You know what I'm saying? My first step was getting sober, and then I realized that I need to cut this shit. This could be y'all first step, you know what I mean? And then you got to realize that you could have some other lifelines that may be keeping you relapsing, keeping you at a low vibration, keeping you at a low energy. You know what I'm saying? You know, something that you could be possibly doing or feeling. It could be regret. It could be past traumas and shit that got you acting out of, you know, out of character. You know, it could be, you know, you not having your emotions in check. It could be several things that you got to look into. But then when you cut those ties or when you get that shit right, I'm telling you, bro, it'll blow the lid off of everything in your life that's going to get you to the top, get you to the next level. It's going to change your whole thought process and have you on a new freaking level. I'm telling you, bro. So that's why we needed to figure out who we are and have a clear mind, an open mind in this shit. Because if your mind cluttered and cloudy, you ain't gonna be able to figure it out. So guess what? If you staying blunted, if you still drinking, if you still fapping, you ain't gonna be able to figure it out. If you around the wrong people that's keeping the wrong energy, the wrong noise around, you ain't gonna be able to figure it out. If you with a nagging ass female that don't bring you no peace, she always about drama, you know what I mean? She got everybody in your business, everybody in y'all crib, everybody in y'all relationship, you ain't gonna figure it out because you're gonna be too distracted. If you constantly on these phones and constantly on social media, watching how everybody live, watching all the news and letting all that fear fuck with your vibration, then you ain't gonna figure it out, bro. You got too much going on in here. You know what I'm saying? So it's your job to have a clear mind, an open mind, figure this out and cut anything that could possibly keeping you from getting to the next level, keeping you from becoming your best version, keeping you from getting closer to the Most High. It's your job to figure it out because it could be something small. It could be something big or small. You know what I mean? It could be something that could take time to cut, you know, to cut ties off. But guess what, bro? At least you will have that ball rolling. You know what I mean? At least you'll figure it out. Sometimes, bro, we just be having to figure shit out. But when you put that time in, you know what I'm saying? When you allow yourself to be alone and really try to figure things out instead of being around people all the time, instead of indulging in all of this bullshit that they want to keep us distracted in, I guarantee, bro, you gon' figure it out. A light bulb gonna click on your big ass head. A light bulb gonna click on your big ass head and you gonna be like, nah, yeah, yes. It's time for you to make a move. It's time for you to cut some shit. It's time for you to change some things within. It's time for you to change how you think. It's time for you to look in another direction. And listen, bro, I'm telling you, you're going to be like, yeah, that's going to be your resurrection. It's time for you to look in another direction, and that's going to be your resurrection. I'm telling you, bro. But remember, though, you need a clear mind. You need to stay focused. You know what I mean? You need to stop doing things that's taking away your energy, bro, so you can figure that out. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, you know, sometimes, man, you know, you get discouraged when it feel like you have no forward movement. You know, you're not making any movement. You know, you're not seeing the results that you want to see. But really, bro, it's just one more thing you need to do. Could be a couple. You know what I'm saying? Could be some small things that you need to do. But I guarantee, bro, it's going to be like when you, like, you know, let the pressure out of a pipe that was getting ready to bust. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be like that. When you let that pressure out, bruh, I'm telling you, man, everything is just going, man, you know, you going to flourish, bro. you gonna shine, you gonna shoot up, you gonna blast off. For real, man. You know, so make sure you're making the proper steps and the proper moves to get you to that. You know what I mean? Because it ain't no other feeling like it, bro. You know, it ain't no other feeling like it, and people not gonna understand. Reaching out to whoever ain't gonna help you. This is something that you have to do for you on your own time. And the time is now. Alright? So figure it out. Get your shit in order, alright? And that's my word, man. My name Jay Sinn, the Sinn-Take. Holla at y'all later, man. Peace.
I'ma get on my grind. Then second, stop wasting my time on shit less important. If ain't about money, I'm going the other direction. And third, I'ma do what I gotta to eat. Fourth, I'ma sew up the streets. Fifth, I'ma never quit dropping this heat. So as long as I'm breathing, you better get used to me. Sixth, I'ma get